you guys and gals doing? Welcome to the show. Today I want to discuss this stuff going around on the internet about Harleys being overpriced and they're nothing but junk. I hear it everywhere, and it's mostly coming from the younger generation, but it also is coming from people of my generation, and I have to sit back and say why. Why do people feel that Harley Davidson is nothing but overpriced junk? Now, I have to admit the early years with, say, the friggin' shovel heads and the iron heads, they weren't the most reliable bikes around. Yes, they used to leave their mark with oil dripping. But then you had the Evo, the Evolution, baby, that came onto the scene, and that solved a lot of reliability issues with the Harley Davidsons. But step ahead into the future. You had your twin cam, yeah, it had some problems in the early years with the camshaft tensioner and stuff. But then you got Milwaukee 8, and you're really going strong with that right now. It's a really reliable vehicle. So I think a lot of people, they inflate actually the problems that Harley Davidson has had in the past. Everybody learns from their mistakes. Everybody. And that's something that kind of bugs me personally, because they don't grow out of that kind of shit. Oops. Shite, if you will. Okay? You can't use that against the brand forever. Now they have some awesome designs. They got new models out. They have the technology any other company out there has. They are more service heavy. But I think that's because if you're going to go out there and spend $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 on a bike, you're going to want to make sure you take care of that motorcycle. Everybody should be taking care of a motorcycle they have. Routine maintenance, man. That is the key to everything. Now, doing an oil change or tune-up or a 5,000, 10,000 mile checkup on a bike, yeah, it's expensive. But it's money worth doing. That is, when you do routine maintenance, you're looking at reliability there, man. And you got to admit, Harley Davidson has a good resale value. Now, it has been declining, yes, but not as much as, say, a Honda Shadow or a Kawasaki, Suzuki. Hell, with these sports bikes, they can't even hold the value of their bike, but Harley Davidson does. And yes, Harley Davidson has a community built around it, where there's a lot of history where some of these other bikes don't. And maybe it's that history that get people out there turned off on the brand. But I'd have to say, I think, you know what, I might be mistaking. Jealousy. Let's just put it straight out there. Jealousy. Maybe some people can't afford to get into a Harley Davidson. A lot of people strive to, but they just can't get the financing or don't have the money to get in one. So what's better than knocking something that you can't have? And you can't tell me you don't know anybody out there that's like that. And I truly believe some of these haters that are going off on Harley fits in that category. They just can't get one, so they're mad about it. And let's face it, Harley Davidson, everybody's saying, well, their main demographic is dying off and blah, blah, blah. Nobody's coming in. You know what? When you reach an age of, say, 35 and up, most people want to get into a Harley. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But to keep basing an opinion on something that happened 40 years ago is outrageous. You can't tell me right now you wouldn't jump on a Glide or something and go across country on it. They're more comfortable now. They have better technology now. And yes, they are more reliable if you take care of them. But that's any machine that you have. You got to take care of your car, don't you? You got to take care of your truck, don't you? So why wouldn't you want to take care of your motorcycle? Come on, people. Yes, I get they're expensive. Yes, it's like having a mortgage payment on a house to get some of these. Some people pay a lot of money each month. But that's up to them to accept that kind of responsibility or not. But you don't want to sit there and knock the brand because you can't have one. But I do agree with the premise. Early on, Harley's had problems, but so do a lot of models in their first couple years. Harley Davidson, again, with the Evo, fixed that. Anybody can work on an Evo. It's right there in front of you. Do whatever you want. They're a nice, reliable bike. You know what? You can put a jackhammer to one and they'll still run. And yes, a lot of these kids have a different preference now. And yes, a lot of it has to do with the image. But come on, use a legitimate argument if you're going to say Harley Davidsons are nothing but expensive junk. You know dang well if somebody put a Harley right in front of you, you wouldn't be saying, no, I don't want that bike. Nope, it's just overpriced junk. You know you ain't going to do it. You're going to grab right at that sucker and take it. Let me know what you guys and gals think in the comments section about this one. And Monday's coming to the channel. We're going to have the Madhouse Monday Night Raw, man. We're going to be talking about Harley Davidson coming up on Monday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Rock on.
I say goodbye, vamoose, adios, ciao, so long, get your hat jack.
#1 internet biker radio show is now available on Spotify and all major platforms, including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and more. Don't forget to become a subscriber on any one of these platforms so you can be notified right away when our weekly episode is uploaded so you never miss an episode.